Gentlemen, Antonio here. All right, today we're going to talk about underwear, specifically the difference between cheap underwear and high quality underwear. So over the last few years, I've had quite a few samples set my way, and I have tried these things on. I've tested a wide range of underwears made anywhere from basically synthetic materials to linen to cotton, even wool underwear. And I can tell you guys that there is a big difference between the stuff that you're going to get for $3 to $10 in some pack at a discount department store and what you're going to find out there that is available for you if you know what to look for. Now, I've got quite a few samples here, and they were sent to me by a company called Tanny, and this is good for you guys because guess what? I've got these excess samples here which aren't even my size, and I need to get rid of them. So let me know in the comments if you would like a pair of these, and the only way to do that, by the way, you have to go to their website, check out, let me know which style you like. I can't promise I'm going to give you that style, but if you say one of the styles and I've got it, the first person to actually let me know, and you can see some of these pop up in the video, I will try to get this to you. I'll send like a little response message, and you can only put one, by the way. Have fun with this in the comment section. But getting back to the point, the difference between cheap underwear and expensive underwear really comes down to fit, feel. It's the quality and the comfort. And if you enjoy those things, such as, think about with razors. We started off with maybe a single blade that you picked up at a pharmacy. And now many of you guys are learning how to use safety razors, a straight razor. Many of us, we have certain needs, and I'm not going to say that you have to have performance needs in your underwear, but if you like to feel a little bit better down there, why not go with a material that actually wicks away moisture, that is incredibly soft, softer than silk, but yet is going to be more durable. Those options are out there. So, like I alluded to, there are 2 points I'm going to cover. I'm going to talk about the different styles, 5 styles in particular, and then I'm going to get into fabric. So let's dive right into the styles. So briefs. Briefs, you've seen them around, tighty-whities. This is usually going to have about 4 inches of material up and around the sides, and pretty common. You see them out there, probably the most common, and historically they actually had an opening in the front area, so, well, you could use the bathroom. Now, boxers. These came after briefs, although you could take a step back and say that some of the cloths that were used actually were more similar to boxers, going to be much more loose fitting, especially for those men that didn't like, let's just say, their testicles up closer to their body. One of the reasons your testicles hang is it so you will actually have a lower temperature there and you'll be more, let's just say you won't be shooting blanks. So boxers came about a little bit with that in mind, but they are very popular as well. Now, let's get to my favorite ones, which are the boxer briefs. I like these because they're still pretty loose fitted, similar to boxers, but they actually have some of the form functionality of the briefs. One thing I don't like about boxers, excess material occasionally gets in the way, especially if you're wearing a well-fitted pair of jeans. Boxer briefs, very nice medium. They're one of the more modern developments, and I think they are the best of both worlds. Now, you're going to see 2 other styles out there, bikini briefs and thongs. Now, I'm not going to get bikini briefs. I understand some people just simply, they want to wear something, they find it more comfortable. The big difference between those and briefs is going to be less material on the sides, possibly a little bit less in the back, also made oftentimes from a lighter material. Thongs, the jock strap, if you think about it, it is a thong to that, to some respect. But gentlemen, definitely, those are the 5 styles. I go into more detail over at Real Men Real Style. I'm going to link to the article. Go, you can read more about all of that over there. Now let's get into fabric. So I have to probably be, I'm going to just reveal I'm a complete dork here, or nerd, and I've read this book. It's actually textiles, talks all about them. So I've got a pretty decent understanding, and I've started to realize that it is the fabric. That is the huge difference. So cotton is going to be the most common out there. But you have to understand, there is a difference between low quality cotton and high quality cotton. The difference being oftentimes the length of the actual fiber and the cleanliness of it and how thin and how tight it can be woven. So I've got a sample here from Tanny, and this is going to be their Swiss Touch cotton. And I look at the way it's been woven here. One thing that I can immediately tell about this is it is incredibly soft. You guys have heard me talk about shirtings and different types of wool qualities and weaves, but only 3% of the world's cotton crop, usually the best stuff coming out of Egypt and maybe that Sea Island stuff we're seeing come out of the United States and a few other parts of the world where they grow cotton, is going to be able to be used in Swiss cotton. So that is, simply right there, that is a huge difference. Now, when it comes to linen, I've seen a few linen pairs. I'm not a big fan of linen underwear at this point. I would like to see some developments in the area. Wool is going to be great to some extent. It is a luxury fabric. However, most of the wool underwear I've seen just really doesn't wick. I mean, wool absorbs moisture up to a point, but then it becomes and starts to feel wet. In addition, it can be a little bit too warm. You guys have heard me say, be careful of man-made fibers. Man-made fibers can be all over the range, but there are certain man-made fibers that are just, let's just say, are blowing me away. So this one right here, another pair from Tanny, and it's made with micromodal air. What I love about this is it actually is softer than silk. It's actually a little bit thinner. And the reason the thinness matters is the lightweightness of the weave and the overall feel of the underwear. But it's more durable, and that is incredibly important. Problem with silk, if you ever owned anything silk, is try cleaning it, try washing it. Exposure to water will actually damage it. Very difficult to clean. So something like this that actually is made to be washed again and again and again, it's pretty amazing. Whenever you're looking at weaves, weave enables it to stretch, come right back. So think about a lot of the cheaper underwear. Most of the stretch is going to be up here in the band. Actually, in here, there wasn't really any stretch. So if it fit you a bit tight, it felt tight. With the stretch actually here in the full material, it's going to conform to your body and therefore eliminate any hot spots, and it's going to feel better. I'm going to go into more detail in the article at Real Men, Real Style. So go check it out. Again, Tanny, it's a great company. Very impressed with what Adam and his team are doing over there. They've got a great website. We are going to have a really cool deal for you guys. 25% off. Use RMRS25. Use this code, and you can use this on your first and second purchase. I talked with Adam about it. He wanted to make sure you got it on your second purchase as well. So if you just want to give them a try and see the difference for yourself, you can do that. And then next time, jump in there and order 10 pairs. But I was talking with Adam about this. The big thing is look at what you're going. I challenge you to grab one pair of high quality underwear and then look at what you're always going to be grabbing. I've done this with undershirts. The first time I upgraded to a quality undershirt, I found I was always reaching for the same piece again and again. Wouldn't that be nice if you had a complete wardrobe of items that you just love to wear? So guys, let me know what you think. Let me see you in the comments. I'm going to definitely get back to 5 of you guys and just have you contact me and get a free pair. That's it, gents. See you in the next video.